Let's do it. Let's get it. Oh, look at this guy, brother. Pussy. What a pussy, mate. Let's pop the wheel up. Oh, we did a little hop. We are in road mode. Yeah, good. Honestly, I am getting used to the power, you know? The power is still great though, by the way. I'm not knocking the power. The power is phenomenal. But I'm starting to get used to it, right? I'm starting to get used to it. Honestly, it does feel a bit slower. To be honest with you, it does feel a little bit slower, I think. I don't think it's just my imagination. I do genuinely believe this is a little bit slower, but on the flip side of that, I think it's because I need to get it serviced, you know? I think it's super bright out here, oh my god. But I think it's because I need to get it serviced. Today, topic of the video, kind of, is I'm riding towards... My ultimate goal is to get to the bike shop to get my new front tire put on. My new front tire is it below the limit? Is it above the limit? What's the limit even, you know what I'm saying? And when I say limit, I mean legally speaking. And so I don't think I've hit it. Honestly, but I don't know what the limit is. I can't remember. Half a millimeter? What's half a millimeter? How am I even meant to measure that, bruh? Other than with like a measuring stick of some kind. I can't eyeball that. And if I can't eyeball it, then I ain't gonna do it. But anyway, I'm getting let's pop the wheel up. Along here, boy. Woo! A little bit of action. Oh, there's a car coming. There's a car coming, but I caught it early, boy. I caught it early. I'm just gonna pull. Oh, this guy's pulling over for me. Legend. Thank you. What a legend, brother. And that's why you've got to be looking ahead so that you can see the cars coming towards you, so you can predict, you can anticipate them, and you can avoid them. Cars do not have your best interest in heart at all. They are out to get you. Every single one of them is out to get you. Avoid the pothole. Yes, sir. All right, no cars coming. Oh my god, almost crashed. Car. We'd love to see it. The front tire is not completely gone yet. As you can see, I am still alive. And if it was completely gone, I probably would not be alive. So that's definitely a positive to take from all this. Let's see. Nope. Lovely bike this is. But yeah, it does need to get serviced because I feel like the power is suffering a little bit. It needs an oil change. It needs no oil filter. I'm going to buy the oil filter. So early April, I'm going to get this thing booked in. I won't take any time off work for that. Oh, there's a traffic jam. But I'm going to get it booked in, which is going to be good as hell. I've been trying to, you know, me and the team back at the factory have been trying to churn out these videos for you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to try and keep up with this once a month posting schedule, you know what I'm saying? Real tight deadline type stuff right here. 1 whole month I have. Only 1 month to make a moto vlog. Wow, wait. That's why they take so long to come out, because of all the stuff that gets put into all the people behind these videos. I mean, it takes what's it called? It takes a village or something when talking about raising kids. It takes a village. I don't know if it does. If I'm being honest, I never grew up in a village. But I can imagine if I did, I would be, I don't know, I feel like I would be maybe a bit more disconnected, you know what I'm saying, from technology, maybe if I grew up in a village. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I feel like if I did grow up in a village, I would be a bit more wholesome, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Which I think, yeah, you know, it would be nice, but at the same time, I'm happy with who I am now, so village or no village, I'm happy. Anyway, let's get around all these guys, at least some of them. But yeah, we'll get through, we won't get past the blue guy that's way over there, but we will get past these fellas, which is always good. Always good, a little bit of overtaking action, you know what I'm saying? No hard feelings to these guys, of course. I'm just dealing with business, and that's what I do. But yeah, it's been about probably a month since I uploaded my last video. I just don't crank them out very often. Simply, you know, I was lying about the team. I was lying about the whole village thing. But I don't crank them out too often. And that's just because I just don't record very often, because most of the time when I'm riding, I honestly just prefer not to record. And I would just actually prefer to sing songs and listen to music. But some days I kind of think, maybe I should get out a motovlog today, you know what I'm saying? So I will. So I crank on the old Osmo Action 4 and I crank it up and I make it happen, you know what I'm saying? Mazdas are pretty nice. I want to get a Mazda RX-8. I used to want to get a Mazda RX-8 as my first car, but I decided against it just because it's probably going to break down, and also just because they're kind of expensive, mate. They're kind of expensive. To actually get a nice one, like the higher engine model, I can't remember what the size of engine was. It's maybe a 1.8 potentially. The bigger engine, I don't want none of the really ugly ones. There's quite a few ugly ones out there. I wanted a nice clean looking one, and yeah, you got to pay the big bucks for that, boy. You got to pay the big ass bucks to get a nice Mazda RX-8. So, you know, like I'm talking like 8-10 grand. So instead, for my first car, I'm going to buy a Jaguar X-Type, like a 2003. I want to get the largest engine size. I think it's I know it's a V6, but I think it's maybe like a 2 point, I don't know, maybe it's a 3 liter, maybe it's a 2.5. I can't remember. There's 3 different ones. I'm gonna get probably an automatic one. I don't mind if it's manual, but probably an automatic one, and also probably I'm gonna get, oh, look at this, look at them all. Oh, and the Mazda's turning as well, isn't that lovely? Yeah, I'm probably gonna get an automatic one, and then I'm also probably gonna get the biggest engine size one as well on top of that. Let's just get around those guys, you know what I'm saying? All right, we're slowing down again, boys. So I was planning to leave at quarter to 1. Instead, I left at 1. It is what it is. I know it says 14:09 down there, by the way, but I promise you, the camera, the time is wrong. But actually, aren't the clocks gonna be going forward soon? I think they're meant to go forward real soon, which is cool. So my time's gonna be correct again. This is why I don't bother fucking changing it, mate. It's gonna be correct at least half of the year. So I'd rather be correct half of the year rather than correct none of the year, you know what I'm saying? That's a long time to be right about things. If you could be correct about everything. All right, here's a question for you. Leave it in the comments, right? Oh, look, there's a little police van over there, that little fucking scoundrel. Can you see it? I'll zoom in. Editing on the fly. Well, actually, no, I will be editing when I get back home, but, you know, editing notes on the fly. But anyway, I've forgotten the question I was going to ask, and that's a bit annoying. So, yeah, there we go. Is what it is. I should have known that was going to happen. It's that fucking police van, mate. Got in my way mentally. Oh, is that another one? Oh, I bet he's going down the road because they love just hitching up down the road. Those little fuckers, man. All right, I'm going to try and do a little bit of filtering, I think. I ain't waiting for all this, boy. Good afternoon, sir. Ooh, is that little Suzuki V-Strom action, boy? Oh yeah, baby, we made it through. See, it's nice when it's sunny and bright outside. You see other bikers, and I love seeing other bikers. It makes me extremely happy. By the way, anyone coming across the Wales Bridge on a motorbike, like a 125 or any bike for that matter, be careful because they've been setting up shop on this side. Like a police car's been setting up shop. I don't know who they're trying to catch or what they're trying to catch or what they're trying to really do. But they're there. They're here today. Yeah, see, they're right there right now. They're obviously on a mission to catch people doing absolutely nothing wrong, really. But it is what it is. Just be careful. I don't know if they're stopping motorcyclists from going across. I don't know if they are trying to filter. I don't know what they're doing there, but you know, I'll just be careful if you're planning it. Just maybe go and stop just before you go across, and then just go and ask them, like, hey, I was gonna come across here, but like, if you're gonna arrest me, I thought I won't. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting a bit of a, because it's a super great area with motorbikes along this footpath section of the Wales Bridge, right? It's a bit ambiguous. Like, technically, bikes are not allowed across there, but at the same time, they go across there all the time. What's going on? I've been across there, my friend's been across there, so I don't really know, to be honest with you. Like, are we allowed to do it, are we not? I'd love some definitive statement to say, like, we will arrest you if you do this, and then maybe people will stop, because I don't know, they say one thing, but then the completely opposite thing happens. It's like living in a country where, like, robbery as a crime isn't like enforced, and so everyone's like, wait, so can we? So like, can we? I don't know. Can we? Like, you have to enforce stuff for people to like actually believe that they're gonna get caught for it, right? Otherwise, they're not gonna do it. So something to think about, I guess, for the government. I don't know, like, who controls that? Is that like the Welsh government? Is that the English government? Those cars there, are they Welsh people driving them? Are they English people driving them? I mean, the police cars, I mean, the ones that are waiting. Like, I don't really know. Like, that probably has an effect on it as well, because surely there's different laws in the two countries, even though we're pretty close together. There's got to be different laws, right? Oh yeah, I remember what that question was I was going to ask earlier. A little bit of a throwback. I'll just send it back to that point. Yeah, so I was going to ask a question of, if you could either have half the year where you know loads of stuff, right? So you're like a bit of a genius. For half a year, you get everything right. Every question, every query, every problem that arises for you, you have an answer for it. And you know, by the way, you know as well that you are 100% correct in your judgment, so you can go into everything that you do with 100% confidence. Half the year is that, and then the other half of the year, you make terrible choices consistently. It's not like a 100% thing like being right, but you make terrible choices on a consistent basis. So would you rather just live normally for the whole year, or have half a year genius and half a year where, you know, shit could go wrong and it's all your fault, you know what I'm saying? No one to blame but you in this one. I'd love to know in the comments below which one you guys would prefer. Please let me know. Please weigh up the pros and cons as well. Don't just make a knee-jerk decision. Is there a police car there? Nope. Don't just make a knee-jerk decision, right? Please do think about it. Weigh up the pros and cons of each, because there are major pros and cons of each, of course. The pros of being smart and then dumb is that you would be smart and then you would be dumb, right? So those are the pros and those are the cons. And then the normal pros is that you're not going to be super dumb. The cons is that you're not going to be super smart. Unless, in which case, you are already smart. But even the smartest people make dumb decisions sometimes, right? And so that's just the way it goes. But you know, you're not only are you smart, but you're consistent. You're always making good decisions. But on the flip side is that, yeah, you sometimes, I say sometimes, very often, you're going to be making some poor decisions that's going to result negatively in your life. It's going to result negatively in other people's lives as well, right? So you have to think about others when you weigh up the pros and cons list as well. So yeah, please do think about it. Leave a comment below. I want the engagement. I need the views. My videos don't do very well. Please just share them with your friends or something. If you got this far, like, surely you would share it with your friends. Please. Actually, don't share it with your friends. Don't even share it. I'm telling you right now, if you went to go share it with your friends and they're coming back to this right now, tell them to click off the video right now. So do not share it with your friends, because I don't want it to mix up the algorithm. Unless you know they love bike videos, do not show it to your friends. I don't know. I mean, they might be my friends in the future. I changed my mind on the fly. Everyone can change their mind sometimes. It's not like some kind of thing that should be dissuaded. Changing your mind is very good. Changing your mind means that you've got new information and you're probably smarter than you used to be. But I guess sometimes when you change your mind, right, when you change your mind, like, sometimes you might be swayed by something incorrect. So on the flip side of that as well, you could be actually not getting dumber though, because even if you change your mind once, it means you've got new information, right? Which is cool. And so that new information, maybe you'll change your mind again, you know, with some more information. But you wouldn't have been able to come to that conclusion unless you had the information that was actually incorrect. You know what I'm saying? So all the information is good. It's just how good you are at filtering it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to be informed about things until it's too much. I feel like I'm too informed at the moment. I'm too informed, but I don't actually know anything. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know all these things that are happening, but I don't really have any thoughts on it myself. I only really have the thoughts of other people, right? I don't really know what's going on myself too much, and I don't really know the repercussions of anything unless someone tells me what they are. But then the person that's telling me could have an agenda. Everyone has an agenda, right? And so I don't know. It's tough. So it makes me kind of just feel like I just want to stop getting all this information, because I don't really know what to do with it other than be like, damn, okay. These guys said it's bad. These guys said it's good. I don't really know. I could probably think about it and maybe form my own thoughts about it, but like, do I want to? Do I want to spend my time thinking about that type of thing? I'm not sure if I do, you know. I feel like maybe my thoughts could be better used somewhere else. Somewhere else that's going to make me happier. somewhere that's maybe going to make someone else a bit happier as well, potentially. And I just feel like that's not going to make anybody happy, other than it's going to keep people informed, but not maybe people happy. And I'm kind of when I talk about information, I'm kind of talking about like politics and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, since I'm not fucking American, right? But like ever since they started electing somebody to go into president, you know, I've been really locked into the whole everything that's going on, right? But again, I don't really know what's happening though. That's the thing. Like, I would say I'm more on Trump's side, but at the same time, I don't know. He's a bit extreme. And then the other side, I don't know, it seems maybe a bit incompetent. You know, you can't vote for them again. They haven't been doing very good. You have to vote for somebody else, right? No matter who they are, like, you needed something different. And so I don't really know. So I guess those are my thoughts on it. Is that yeah, you had to have a change, really. But you know, one extreme of like kind of bad, I don't really know. But my main point is that I'm trying to stop thinking about that type of stuff now that the election's over. It's not my economy. I feel like it's also not something that's gonna bring me joy, but I don't know, not everything needs to bring you joy, I guess. Sometimes you can just have something and it not really be there for joy or sadness, but it's just there to, you know, expand your thoughts. Maybe it makes you more capable of joy, knowing these things. Maybe it makes you more excited. I don't know, really. But there is a point to everything, you know. Oh, is that a Honda? Oh, Honda. Boo-boo, what up? Look at this guy up here. He's got a bunch of storage on him, doesn't he? Look at that guy. I hope we can be friends, maybe. We'll see if we'll be friends. We'll see about it. I'll think about it. See how I feel. I don't know if he's got a bunch of storage. Maybe ask him what he has in the boxes. I love the Royal Enfield, but what's up? I can't really ask him about his boxes in that situation, you know what I'm saying? But ooh, MT125. Okay, we're gonna go catch up with that guy. He's rocking the shorts. I mean, it's not actually that warm today, to be fair. It's sunny for sure, which is nice, but it's about 12 degrees. So it's not like, I would not consider it to be short weather. But I guess if you're kind of just putting about 30, 40 miles an hour, it's not too bad. If you're on the motorway though, you know, it's a little bit too hot, to be honest. Oh, sorry, cold. Frio. Let's go catch up to that MT125 guy. Give him maybe a little bit of a tickle or something. Depends if he's ticklish or not, I don't know. I have a bit of thought I want to run by you. Answer it in the questions if you can. If you tickle someone who is not ticklish, are you tickling them? Are you tickling them is something I feel like I could start thinking about sometimes. I don't know if it's a good question to ask or not, but do you think that if you're tickling someone who isn't ticklish, what are you doing to them? Maybe you're just touching them. You're touching them either way, but you wouldn't call tickling touching, realistically. Because like, let's take another example to figure out this tickling situation. So if you're like stabbing someone but they're not dying, you're still stabbing them, right? Because like, not dying is not a good thing to say. You're stabbing someone, but they're like, it's not like going inside of them, right? Like the blade is not penetrating the skin. Are you stabbing them? Not really. You're not stabbing them anymore. You're more, I don't know, poking them? You're poking them, right? If you're not making penetration, then you're kind of poking them. Anyway, you ready for some filtering? What up to that guy over there? Don't know if he saw that, but I hope he did. Anyway, filtering. It's real difficult. You go, I don't know, it is kind of difficult, I guess. Well, not difficult, but it's difficult to do it like safely, I suppose, maybe. You gotta be real alert. You gotta be ready for anything. Like, if I needed to suddenly just come to a stop right now, I could probably do that. Like within like a couple seconds, I would say, you know, I've got my hand covering the brake. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it gets a little bit tighter when you come into this. Some people are on the left side. We've got a tractor here, boy. Touch a little bit of that hay. I don't want to touch it too hard, just in case it was like alive. I don't know. I don't want to hurt it. I also don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to touch hay and then accidentally grab some full off the bike. I don't know what might happen. Find a needle in there, maybe.